I'm heating by Bunsen burner for total SO2. After 15 minutes, remove the flask and titrate using 0.01 mol sodium hydroxide until color change just occurs from purple to green.
Alright, have a look, there's your options, mate. So, you could add alpha in the cold soak, we have it. We add 50 to 100 milligram per litre in reds. But just look at the information online, don't have to do anything tonight. Or you could get some agave, I think it's called, from Lellerman, just a similar thing, but that's supposed to occupy the space and not give any character. So you could cold soak for a week with agave and have no bread. So that's neutral, this gives a bit of character, it's like a wild yeast. But this would be interesting if you want to try a 7-day cold soak, keep gassing it and do that. Maybe that would be good. Or the other alternative is to add, like I do to my Malbec, I add 50 milligram per litre of the yeast, D21, because that's what I use. Then when the ferment, after it sort of starts to kick off at 5 degrees or 10 degrees, then I'll take it out, let it warm up. And then when it gets to 14, I'll add 100 of the yeast. And Superstar Rouge. So, and the first one that I add in the cold soak, I don't do a very good build up. I just rehydrate it and then I pour it in. Don't even bother acclimatizing. I don't want it to really live. I just want it to hang out. That's what I do. So you can do that with one of these yeasts as well. So Lellerman has D254, which is a good yeast for cab, I reckon. More elegant, D80 is real licoricey. D21 is what I use for my Malbec. It's quite rich. BDX is what we use for cab sometimes, did last year, and you see the BDX trial, it's alright, but I don't really like it, it's okay. And then you can use Lafort, they got FX10 or RX60, they're pretty good yeasts. Or you could use Rubino Extra from Carry, which is a real rich and sweet yeast.
Which one, sorry?
Rubino Extra, remember that one you tried with Mark McGill, and it was that really rich, sweet. In the wine it was on, maybe didn't look great, but it's in your book. You didn't like it maybe, but it depends what you want to make. It makes a real rich style of wine. So you could add that. We could get some off Joel Page. Or look at the other Lellerman's website. It's pretty good. Gaia, that's the one I was talking about. D254 is there. Print out the technical data sheet.
Yep.
There should be another chart as well. Go through and have a look, see if there's anything you really like. It's a better chart though. It's in that book.
Beer opened up for you.
Sour beer?
Which one's that? Yacht Club?
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
There you go.
I can't even see it. Where's the fucking catalogue? Sour beer.
That was the hardest rain I've ever seen. Like,
Weird thing.
I'm just glad we weren't pressing
That's
when
it.
that happened.
That's the element, yep.
Alright.
This is good. This is what you want to look at. So,
Alright, drive
see you
safe
guys.
home, guys.
See you guys.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks guys.
get Gaia. No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Gaia, the new yeast for natural biobrand using pre-fermentation step to prevent undesirable microbials. It's exactly what you need. It's Gaia. So that's the option there I was talking about. You can get that, and we have to work out what rate it's added at, so you got to find it. Should be D254. It's really mid-palate-y. D80 is full mouth volume, big mid-palate structure, intense grainy tannins. That's pretty good too. We don't have any of that, but I used to use a bit of it. You can get that. D21, I use that a lot. Intense forefront mid-palate tannin structure. This is pretty. It does do that. You believe the notes. So I'd say D80, D254 are good options for you. That's interesting. Yeah, so read through that. But the Gaia stuff might be the go. You can get it tomorrow if you want, but have a read of that.
Okay.
And then you can look at the Lafort website, but I think this stuff's better. Okay?
Alright.
Have a squeeze, but tomorrow we'll do it. I am going home.
Thank you.
Get out of here soon, alright? I'll get my beer. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
See you, dude.
See ya.
Bye.
See you tomorrow. With the volume of sodium hydroxide, you need to multiply 16 to get milligram per liter of SO2. I'm getting PI sample, meaning post-intake for checking yan. Nitrogen is a critical grape nutrient for yeast growth and fermentation activity and affects the rate and completion of fermentation bouquet and style of wine. Nitrogen is also linked to wine volatile sulfur compound and reduction. Yan analyze provide information on the nitrogen status of grapes, mush, and juice, specifically the amount of nitrogen available for yeast to utilize during fermentation. Early detection of nitrogen deficiency in grapes and juice can enable winemakers to make informed decisions regarding nitrogen additions using inorganic nitrogen like DAP or organic nitrogen like preparatory yeast supplement. Nitrogen supplement can reduce the risk of slow or stuck fermentations, affect the development of undesirable sensory characters such as hydrogen sulfide and reductive character, and can modify wine style by increasing the fruity esteric profile. Excessive inorganic nitrogen can increase the risk of aspartame formation. Alright, everyone left. I'm alone at the winery now. I'm hosing down all gear that I use for processing grapes. It's raining again, shoot.
무사히 프로세스를 마쳤고요. 이렇게 두 개의 빈을 얻어냈습니다. 처음 빈은 비가 안 올 때 잘 맞췄는데, 저기는 두 번째 빈이 약간 비가 올 때 해가지고 봄에, 즉 당도가 약간 좀 낮아요. 0.2도 정도 낮긴 한데 그렇게 큰 문제가 될 것 같진 않습니다. 이렇게 포드 프로세싱을 잘 마무리하고요. 내일은 이제 약간의 이스트를 넣어줄 거예요. 지금 제가 하는 방법이 콜드 소킹이라는 방법이에요. 그래서 아까 그 과정을 거치기 전과 거친 후에, 그리고 발효가 시작되기 전에 계속 그 콜드 소킹, 즉 낮은 온도에서 계속 그 머스를 차갑게 해주는 거예요. 그러면 그 포도에서 그런 어떤 색의 안정성, 그리고 발효가 진행되면서 그 중간맛, 그러니까 미드 팔렛이라고 하는데, 거기에서 약간 스위트한 맛이 느껴질 수가 있어요. 그래서 제가 지금 하는 방법은 콜드 소킹이라는 레드 와인 메이킹 방법 중에 하나입니다. 그래서 콜드 소킹을 할 때는 가장 중요한 것은 이제 와인에 해를 미칠 수 있는 그런 브레타노마이세스라는 그런 균이 있어요. 그게 이제 발현이 시작되면 와인이 부패가 생기거든요. 그것을 막기 위해서 아까 처음에 이산화황을 조금 넣어준 거고요. 그리고 콜드 소킹을 할 때는 처음에 이스트를 약간 넣어줘야 됩니다. 이스트가 조금 와인에 스며들게 되면서 발효가 시작되기 전에 어느 정도 중심점을 잡아주게 되는 거거든요. 그래서 내일은 또 이스트를 넣어줄 겁니다. 그래서 아까 제 보스가 추천해줬던 그런 이스트 중에 하나를 넣을 것 같아요. 그래서 오늘은 집에 가서 이 책자를 보면서 좀 공부를 하고 자야 될 것 같습니다. 현재 시간 벌써 저녁 11시인데요. 오늘 좀 너무 바쁘게 달렸더니 많이 피곤하네요. 처음 와인을 담그는 거라 좀 어리버리하기도 했고, 근데 보스가 고맙게도 많이 도와줘가지고 큰 무리 없이 잘 마무리한 것 같습니다. 그러면 마무리는香槟 캐베르네로 마무리하도록 할게요. 제 이름이 들어간 첫 와인이에요. 좀 흥분이 되기도 하고 기분이 좋기도 하네요. 그러면 내일 또 다른 영상으로 한번 뵙도록 할게요.
So this is to show how it looks like inside of this tema. First, the grapes get into a cylinder which is rotating at high speed. Then the pedals beat the grape, making it jump out of the stem and dropping into the crusher. The crusher will gently break the berry but not the seed, which goes then to the fermentation container. And Many gently crushed berries together compose what we know as must, which will later become wine. For the stem, the cycle is different as it will then continue to the other side of the cylinder. It will be removed to a container.